First at 4, forget the 70s. We're staring at snow, and it's coming tonight. We'll tell you how much to expect by tomorrow morning's commute. Karen?
All right, thanks, Ben. Also, Tigers opening day. Crowd capacity is the newest point of contention between Republican lawmakers and Governor Whitmer. Paula.
Many students didn't realize how much they love school until it was taken away for a year.
Learning online is not the easiest thing in the world.
The excitement of yet another district hitting a back-to-school milestone.
Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News First at 4 starts now.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Karen Drew. First at 4, we are inching closer to spring. But winter is not finished with us yet. We are watching this radar, and we are counting down to a wintry mix that's headed this way just in the next few hours. Meteorologist Ben Bailey previewing where and when it's going to happen. Hey, Ben.
Hey, Karen. Not the way you want to start a Monday, but we'll begin with some good news. I don't think this is going to be an issue for the drive home tonight, even though we're starting to see some return showing up on radar, and that's out there in Hillsdale County. A lot of that is not actually reaching the ground. What is reaching the ground is well off to the south of us. In fact, down there across northern parts of Indiana, you can't see that snow there in Fort Wayne. Lima also reporting snow, but the stuff that's north of there doesn't look like it's reaching the ground there in Bowling Green and Toledo. So it will be a while before that actually ends up here, but not too much longer. In fact, when we look at some of the reporting conditions right now, you can again see some snow there in Lima. Toledo reporting at least clear conditions. Some are higher clouds. That's why it's showing up there as some sun. But we will be seeing that tonight. In fact, we'll stay dry until about 8 o'clock for most of us. That's when it starts pushing into the south zone. And then by 10 o'clock, a lot of us are looking at that mix. Temperatures will be in the mid to low 30s. So expect some of that sleet and freezing rain at the onset and then becoming all snow. This is the bottom line from 9 p.m. tonight to daybreak Tuesday is what we're looking at. Snow probably north of 8 Mile all exclusively. And then south of there, we'll start out as a little bit of a mix. There will be some accumulation, and we'll look at how much and where, and if we're going to get the shovels out in just a few minutes. Karen?
I sure hope we don't need those shovels. Thanks, Ben. Police believe a domestic dispute led to a deadly stabbing attack over in Southfield. Happened this morning at the Lancaster Hills apartment complex near 12 Mile and Telegraph. A 27-year-old man was taken to the hospital where he died from his injuries. His 22-year-old girlfriend was taken into custody. We are working to find out if she will face charges. Police are not releasing the victim's identity at this time. Thousands of Metro Detroiters will soon flock to Ford Field for COVID vaccines. Today was the first chance to schedule appointments. Several agencies are working together to turn the football stadium into a mass vaccination site. Henry Ford Hospitals will oversee the vaccines and medical care. The first shots should be offered on March 24th. But Help Me Hank has found that making an appointment is off to a rocky start. Consumer investigator Hank Winchester looking into that part of the story when you join us at 5. Today, the state is reporting more than 3,100 new cases. That's over the past 2 days, since numbers are not updated on Sundays. Plus, we have seen an additional 9 deaths in that same time period. You may have noticed DDOT and SMART have both started to collect fares today and will allow more riders. There are new barriers on buses, and all riders must wear masks. The Biden administration is planning to spend $250 million to convince Americans who are reluctant to get vaccinated against the virus. Republican lawmakers putting pressure on Governor Whitmer to ease restrictions and open up more parts of the state, and that includes allowing more fans into Comerica Park for Tigers opening day.
Trust us, Governor.
Yes.
Trust us to make decisions. Trust us to be responsible. And like the other states in this nation, please allow the economic train that was moving before March 13th of 2020 to get back on track.
The current state order allows only 1,000 fans in Comerica Park for the home opener against the Cleveland Indians on April 1st. That is less than 3% of the stadium's near 41,000 seat capacity. GOP lawmakers say that's too low and want the state to raise the capacity to at least 50%. They also want the governor to loosen more COVID restrictions. The current COVID restrictions remain in place through April 19th. Meantime, the state remains in talks with the Tigers on a safe path forward. Now, today, the team released a statement saying it hopes to have an update soon on increasing ticket availability. The governor's office released a statement today. It reads in part, "We feel confident that our state is making tremendous strides to get back to normal as quickly as possible. There's nothing more exciting than fans rooting for the Tigers at a home game, and we look forward to making that happen very soon." Passing a huge COVID relief bill was just the first step. Now President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris are launching a cross-country tour. Now it's designed to promote the new law, as the administration is also working to make sure it is successful. Kimberly Gill tracking the efforts from the newsroom. Hi, Kim.
Hi, Karen. Good afternoon. President Biden spoke at the White House today, focusing on accountability. He says money from previous COVID relief bills did not always go where it was intended to go.
It instead became a free-for-all for well-connected companies. And mainstream businesses, from hardware stores to beauty salons, that needed the help most were left behind. 400,000 are now gone. We will not let that happen this time.
Today, the president appointed Gene Sperling to oversee the implementation of the COVID relief plan. Sperling led the National Economic Council under former presidents Barack Obama and Bill Clinton. The Biden administration wants him to maximize the impact of the $1.9 trillion plan that Democrats passed last week. Late this afternoon, Vice President Kamala Harris made her first stop in the cross-country campaign. The VP and her husband are visiting a vaccination clinic at the University of Nevada. The president and vice president will be touting the benefits of the COVID relief bill, largely in battleground states. President Biden will be in Pennsylvania tomorrow, and then he'll head to Georgia on Friday. By the way, not a single Republican voted for the American Rescue Plan, with many critical of the cost and some items they say are not COVID related. We'll have more on the campaign to convince Americans otherwise when you join us for Local 4 News at 5. Karen, we'll send it back to you.
All right. Thank you, Kim.
Sure.
Well, another milestone for a Metro Detroit school district as students return to full class schedules. Elementary school children returned 2 weeks ago, and today it felt like fall for the middle and high schoolers, having that back to school feeling for the first time in more than a year. Paula Tutman takes us to the Romeo Community Schools District.
The excitement of a return actually started last week as teachers prepared to welcome the cohorts back to the Romeo High School campus as a single school. Decorating halls with streamers, making signs.
I almost feel like this is our fall. Like that energy that you have, although we've had students the whole year, hybrid, but having them all together, I can feel it in the classroom.
And today was the day. A return to full days, full-time, face-to-face learning for high school and middle schoolers, which means 80% of the district's students are now physically back in class.
It was the best thing ever, walking through that Bulldog. We had the music going.
Today felt like the first day of school, actually, because it is the first day that we have brought both groups of our students. We had our students cohorted back to school together.
It's exciting because I had a lot of friends in the other cohort, so it's nice to be all together as one.
The high school operates with a learning system called the Academies at Romeo, in which students decide on an area of interest and attend micro and macro focused learning that gives real-world experience in their area of interest.
What has the last year been like for you as a student?
Still in keeping with our safety precautions, students Logan Wentz and William Gilbert in the High School Video Production Academy took on inside news gathering duties as they became our eyes, ears, and video production crew as their first day back assignment. For the ninth graders, color-coded masks were deployed to create a sense of teamwork so they can identify who was actually in their academy. Now, the population density is still a concern. It'll be hard to fully separate students, and the onus is actually on the families to keep track of temperatures and health screenings. But those students who have returned to face-to-face learning full-time will see differences in how they must conduct themselves on campus to keep the pandemic out of their buildings.
We have been very mindful of, limiting the interaction in common spaces. At the high school here, they've added an extra lunch hour, so we're doing our best to keep kids distanced at lunchtime. And then our elementary students are purely cohorted, so there's no crossover in between the classes.
Yeah, so, this is just one district of many that are trying to figure out how to get their kids back into the classroom, basically full-time, and we see a variety of different ways. Temperature screenings at the door, also paperwork, as well as partitions. This particular district is basically putting it on the communities and the families, saying if you choose to send your child back to in-person learning, it really is up to you to help keep your household safe so that the pandemic doesn't get inside the building, Karen.
All right, we appreciate it. Thank you, Paula Tutman, live for us this afternoon. Still ahead, first at 4, the Catholic Church drawing a new line when it comes to same-sex relationships, what priests cannot do going forward. Also ahead, a big winter blast out west. We'll show you where the snow is really piling up. Plus, Ben is back with your 7-day forecast. He mentioned the word shovel. Be careful. Later, highlights from the Oscar nominations, including a Best Actor nominee who grew up in Troy and the African-American actress who just made history. We'll be right back.